Fennel, probably one of my favorite vegetables to cook with. I just love that fresh, aromatic anise flavor it gives to so many dishes. And pretty much the whole thing is usable. So I know a lot of people probably go through the supermarkets or the farmers markets and they'll see this and they're like, well, what am I paying for? Getting all of this. Can I use it? Yes, you can. So here I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how we break down the fennel and kind of a few ideas of what we use it for. So I always kind of trim right about here, trim the stalks away from the bulb itself. Now, the bulb itself is great sliced thin in salads, which is where I use it mostly. Sliced thin and pickled is great on sandwiches, part of a cheese plate. You can roast it. The big trick is you just want to cut it in half like so. And then there is a core here that we want to get rid of. So I'm just going to, a little V, cut that out. Put that off to the side. We'll do the same with this one. Now, these ones came from a local farm, so sometimes the ones in the supermarkets that are grown, probably in big greenhouses somewhere, they're not dirty in between the layers, but you can find that the farm fresh ones, you can get a little bit of dirt in there. So I just kind of go through, make sure it's all cleaned out. Going to stack them up. Now, for salads, I want them nice and thin. So I'm going to cut this way, almost like you're cutting a steak across the grain. You can see how the fennel, there's lines run this way. We're going to cut opposite to that. And I'm just going to take my time and cut these super thin. And then this again is perfect just to throw into salads, to pickle. And you can see just how nice that is there. The other way we can do is if we're going to roast them, again, I'm just going to kind of go through. There's a little piece here I just want to get rid of. We'll just make sure they're all clean, stack them up, and then I'll cut them into pieces like so. And then these I'll throw, like I'll saute them up into some pastas, a little bit of pancetta, render that fat, throw this fennel in, roast it in that fat, some of our candied garlic tomato sauce in there, some of our ricotta gnocchi. You've got one great dish that's nice and easy. That fennel just lightens up the pasta. You can use it as a side dish. I mean, it goes great with chicken. It goes great with pork. It goes great with seafood. Lots of uses for it. We'll be adding, now that it's in season and I'm able to get it daily from the farm, we'll start to incorporating more of this onto our recipes. So now we've taken care of the bulb here. We're going to look at the tops. So these green parts here, they're called the fronds. You can just pick those off like so. I won't do them all. I'll just do some of them here. Now, I just want to make sure we don't have any of these thick stalks in here. We'll get rid of that. So these can then be chopped. We used to make a really great fennel frond and almond pesto. They're great. I've got them chopped up here. Yesterday, I made a potato soup, a puree of potato soup, and at the very end, I added the fennel fronds. It just lightened the potato soup, and at the very end, I added the fennel fronds. It just lightened it up and cut through the richness of the potato. They're also great thrown in salads, and we will be adding later today, so you can see I did this recipe here. It's a chickpea salad, and we've used the fennel bulb and the fronds in there just to lighten it up. Goes great with the feta, the peppers. I have a little red wine vinaigrette in there, but I will post this recipe as well. So you can see there's lots of uses for this. And then as far as the stems go, they can be thrown into a stock if you make a vegetable stock. I'm not a huge fan of veggie stocks. I find, they turn into a bit of a garbage dump sometimes for people, but you can throw them in there. I sometimes, if I'm making a fish stock, I just want to lighten it up a little bit. I won't throw all the fennel in, but a few of the stems in there. And then if I'm making, like a fennel broth, if I'm doing like a seafood stew, I'll throw these in. I can tie them up a little bit, throw them in and let them simmer in there because I really want that fennel flavor for something like that. And then, a fish stock. If I'm doing the potato soup, a big person for doing just water when I do veggie soups. I might simmer these stems in the water before I add them, strain the water into the soup just to get a little bit more of that fennel flavor because that's what I'm looking for. So there you have it. That is a little bit about the fennel. It is also great. I love to juice this. When I was juicing, it lightens up if you throw the fennel in with some beets. It just takes that earthiness away from the beets, so it's great for that. And then, if you're looking for the nutritional side, I mean, it's a low calorie vegetable. It's high in fiber, potassium. It's got lots of vitamin C, manganese, and it is high in antioxidants. So it's definitely something that you want to work into your diet, work into your cooking. It's always nice when something that's healthy tastes as good as fennel does. So next time you see it, grab it, do a search online on our website. You'll pop up some recipes to use it with, make up some of your own, maybe share it on our community Facebook page and let me know how you've used the fennel.